think about. I think what we want to do is a lot of different ways to go about this. I want to preempt so that we don't have to withstand 3 different things. Let's preempt passage of time such that expand happens and pushes that into here, so that when we, let's just see, let's try to use the mission to our advantage. Although I know the scoring card is coming very soon. So stepping on that would be a good thing too. But if the scoring card comes up next and we don't do passage of time, we lose 2 of those. How terrible is that? Of course, if we do passage of time, we could lose 2 of these. We would get 1 child, and then we could get 2 elders. We could just break even. Huh. Oh boy. I'm talking myself out of what I just talked myself into. Yeah. Or we make all of these elders, right? I think we can make a child an elder. Can a child be an elder or just an adult? Whatever. Maybe a child can only become an adult. Sorry, let me double check. Okay, I checked because I forgot. A child can become an elder. So we could get, let's say these 2 die. We don't have any ceremony cards in hand. I really like to have a ceremony card in hand to have like a guaranteed success on one of my older elders. What does passage of time really get us? It gets us 1 child. We already have a family on the board. A free harvest. Now let's hang on. Okay, you know, since obviously you're allowed to count the deck, I counted, and guess what? This next card that's coming is card number 36. So we've been so lucky on getting operations cards, and my head has been so into that I keep not noticing how many cards are going by. So this must be the scoring card. So that changes everything. So now granted, if we don't do passage time, we will lose 2 of these 3, but I think it's more important to act in light of that. All right, so we are going to preempt for 3 APs. After all that thinking, so we were at 13, we're down to 10, and all right, let's go, D. 1, 2 to get in there. Don't pull that green. Oh, I hate that. We're going to take +1 enemy morale, and that's going to go back in. He does have APs left, so he's going to try again. Dig deeper. A brown, but that's only 1, right? It's only 1 hit. I don't know why I'm... Yeah. We need another. I'm going to pull another one. And a white. Oh, thank God. Alright, so we gave him a morale on that. We destroyed this. D is now at 2 ferocity. Well, what are you going to do? And culture goes up. I think he has 1 more. D needs a horse. D will move here. So he went in 1, 2 to attack, 3 to attack, 4 to attack, 5 to move back. 6 to move back. He's going to move back here. So he used all 6 APs to get back there. All right, so, and again, we can activate 1, 2, 3 of our families. Let's harvest this because it's going to go away. So harvest for, hey, 3 food is 3 food, baby. Wait a minute. Yeah, the family's area value +4. And there were no drought counters, so that cost 5 APs. So that's 2 families. Third family, we're going to lose all of our APs in the scoring round. There's no point in doing a tribal council. We could raid and try to get... Oh, but then if we raid and pull the green, let's not do that. Let us not do that. I'm not seeing what I want to do with... Find a new water hole is 9 minus the area, so 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. So we can't find a new watering hole. We could plant corn somewhere, but I think that just goes away right now. Long range raid, but again, I don't want to pull that green and then give him another victory point, because we had a nice big lead, and our nice big lead is 8-5 right now. We've got a bunch of culture. Some of that's going to go away, but we didn't get a chance to trade that in a planning action to bump this up. And he's going to build something right now, isn't he? Why did we step in front? Why did I step in front of him again instead of letting him expand? Wasn't that like really stupid? That was, I don't know. My head, I have so many permutations of do this, do that going through my head, and trying not to belabor this too much on camera. So that might have been a mistake. Maybe we should have let him... Oh, I think because I wanted to preempt and not give him as many APs. A reason to do this, a reason to do that. Wow. All right. That's all we're doing. All right. Oh, we've got to roll for peace. Okay, roll for peace. 6. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so peace ends. These go away. This comes here. He gets 3 AP for the peace. 3 AP for this is 6. Oh, this is going to help. Is 6. And then since we preempted, enemy collects 2. So, am I right? That's 8. 3, 6, and 2 is 8 minus 4. Oh. All right, so now he only has 4 AP. That was a good reason to preempt, was to put those cubes in the rated cubes box. I didn't see that one coming. All right, well, 4 APs, he will spend 3 of them to do an expand action. Since there's nothing to expand, he shall build. He keeps building these missions. Oh, we got to roll for the enemy instruction display. Double 3, colonize swaps with slaves. Interesting. All right, but then this does happen, and he does build for 3, and that's all he do. All right. If card 41 is in play, no effect. If card 41 is removed, it has return 1 red cube. Yay. Okay, and then roll to see who suffers drought. So that's good. Now we can do a passage of time and he'll lose an enemy morale. Roll to see who suffers drought. Territory 5 suffers drought. Territory 5 suffers drought. All right. Let me pause real quick, and then we'll come back for the scoring card. All right, here we go. And yes, the power of math works. It is the Settlers Colonize scoring event. Execute and expand instruction. Enemy gets a bit more religious, and he gets 1 more AP. And it's a 15 VP check. All right, so execute and expand. He moves here. Isn't that good we moved him back, huh? I didn't remember that this one had an expand, but what I was thinking was during the next raid, once the counters got here, it would be 3 to here and 3 to here. And being equidistant, you go by alphabet, so it would turn towards C. So I wanted to get D with his +2 back a little bit more, but it works out even better now, because if I put him here and then this landed here, that might be problems later. So that worked out well. All right, all instructions on standby. Oh, and I should have reset this. I hope I did that right. Seemed to have some kind of metal block with peace. Yeah, because he was here and he comes back here, and I think that's right. Right, he came here, then the expand happened. Right, okay. All right, all instructions on standby with a cross. Swaps. So subvert comes in and build, and then he's already over here. And he's in play, and I'm going to do this again to remind us that he gets +1 AP. Little poker chip trick. All right, and then a 14 VP check. So I'll bring you over to here. Oops, to watch the fun. All right, what do we got? Subtract the value. Oh, right, 14, and we are at max value. 4, 7, 10, 12, 14, 14, 15. So any kind of positive, even positive 10, only gets us 1, but I'll take it. So +1. All right, subtract enemy morale. So we go down to 4, and he goes down to 0. Okay, I want to make sure I know what happens. I want to make sure I'm doing it in the right order. We absolutely positively did not lose the game because we have more than 0. Increase military by the number of man counters. Well, normally we've got 6 men counters in play because we put family F in play, but we only can top out at 7, so we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and he goes up 1, 2, 3. Then I believe he gets 1 for each outpost, so he goes up to 4, and we're doing pretty well. Increase culture. In this case, we decrease because we had 11. We go down to 9. We just have too much culture. And we may buy a development card. Honestly, in this scenario, I didn't see anything else that was worth purchasing. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll buy Wisdom of the Ancient Ones too. We get -1 DRM to special elder actions. Hey, why not? 2 culture points. Alright, so 2 culture points for that. Increase. Return all cubes in raided and recovery to the raid pool. So these guys head home and remove half of population counters. So we will lose the, sorry, I'm kicking the camera here, the man and the woman, and we'll keep the child. Children are your future, someone told me. All right, that's it. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Set players' APs to 0. That's that's what I was missing. So let's just flip the 10 to the 0. Yeah, set players' APs to 0. I know I missed something. Remove half of all pop. Okay. And that is Settlers Colonize. We can actually get it off the board because we have our poker chip over there to remind us. All right. This is it. Coming down the home stretch. Could be very quick. This could be the next one. Let's see what we got. It is not. It is an operations card. All right. The major event is the one about the Comanche and the Utes. So they're going to move up. If they don't, well, whatever happens, even if they get activated, they're going to move up. We can't preempt, so let's not even think about it. The enemy is going to get 3 AP plus only 2, 5, plus he's got 1, plus he gets an extra 1. 3, 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. All right, so he goes up to 7. And let's roll to see what happens here. 5 and 2. Oots switches to colonize. I think I'd rather have Oots. That's unfortunate. We could cancel that. Let's think about that. And 5 expand flips to raid. I'm happy with raid. 2 trade goods to cancel the flipping. Yeah, let's do it, because we very well might be planning soon anyway. And let's keep that. Why do we want to go to Oots versus Colonize again? Because I think Colonize turns into a build, right? Colonize is, if there are no cubes in the rated cubes box, it's going to be an expand action. So you know, the thing about the tribal raids is that they are such an annoyance. It's like, you're not our enemy. Stop messing with us. But they are messing with us, and then you know, when you're done with the tribal raid, you really don't get anything. You don't get, you know, -1 enemy morale like you do with a regular raid. You can knock him down morale with the Oots. Then again, Colonize. Colonize is going to expand. If no cubes in raided, tree doesn't expand, it's going to move right into D, and then D's going to have to kill him once, kill him twice, kill him 3 times. And what, we lose a culture for doing that, which, we alright, we're not gonna spend them. We're gonna let that happen, I think. Okay. Alright. So we already did this. He's getting he's got his 7, and we already rolled, so I had to stop the camera and think this through. So we already rolled. So then Slaves 5 happens, right? And Slaves 5 is a roll a territory number, and territory 6, which is family F, who's already pretty weak. That's not the one. Slaves, remove a child. There's no child in F. If no family has a child, remove a woman. And it doesn't say, you know, put it in the passage of time. It just says remove it. So that sucks. So, and that's it, right? Yes. All right. So that was 5. He goes down to 2, and he's not able to colonize. So what I was thinking is that we should then be able to plan, load up on APs, and preempt next turn to step in front of his colonize action. So that's why I didn't bother to flip it. Okay. And now it's our turn. We're gonna plan. Getting older. 6 APs for the good guys. Get a man counter. All right. Gosh darn it. Oh. Huh. Yeah, you know what's interesting? It didn't occur to me till now, is that late in the game here, purchasing this, that's not so smart, because, -1 DRM, who cares? We're not only doing... I'm going to undo that. I am going to totally undo that. It just doesn't make sense. You can turn culture into military, because I realize over here we were at 9, and here we were at 7. You buy something, you go down here, now you can't trade it. So, I'm taking that back. We don't need that. All right. So let's go elder actioning. And we can do a look ahead. Let's not forget, we can trade 1 automatically for military. Let's not forget. So that'll be, let's do Mr. 1 to 2. One of them is going to be the automatic Success. Oh, and a 2. All right, so this guy's going to be our special dude. He's going to trade us a culture for a military. And then he's also going to look ahead. So we have an operations coming. Then after that, we have the end of the game. Yeah, that's kind of good stuff to know, isn't it? All right, we'll think about that later. So that was Mr. 1 to 2. We've got 2 1 to 5s. So the first guy gets a 3 and a 2. Those are 2 successes. And then a 1 and a 6. Of course I roll a 6. All right, so 3 successes. We'll take those as APs. So we go up to 9. All right. I don't know why I got to do this every time. There's no trade goods to purchase. We're not going to do any tribal business. Or are we? Do we want... yeah, let's... No. That's fine. I'd rather take a Comanche raid than a build or something like that at this point in the game. I think I'd rather deal with them than the enemy. They're annoying, but then again, you know, they're not the enemy. Although, let's remind ourselves that if a family gets caught in a tribal raid, remove the family counter from the map if there's no adults. First of all, you remove a pop counter. So, like if F got caught in a raid, I'm not worried about F getting caught in a raid. He's at +2 evasion. I'm not worried about that. Famous last words. Yeah, I think we're gonna just that's all we're gonna do. So, all right. So I tend to forget. Tend to forget to reset this after his turn. So this happens. Then the event says, oh, this is hilarious. Instructions with a star. Then, if on standby, swap with a counter. If on active, swap with one above it if possible. Well, that's possible. So Comanche comes up above colonize. All right, so we'll just deal with that. So I guess, you know, colonize was here. He couldn't do anything. Comanche could. So I think that's how that happens. And then nobody was on standby. Okay, roll to see who suffers drought. Territory 3. Holy crap, I'm out of drought counters. I'm not out of them, but just it's more than I usually end up with. Territory 3 is hurting. Yeah, we might need some sheep. I don't know. Then again, if we have to lose some elders to win the game, you know, they'll take one from the team. All right, so again, we know we got really lucky with the 14 VP event not coming out till the end of its set of cards, but now we got this. We got, you know, an operations card and then the end of the game, so we didn't get as lucky here. So with the last action round of the game, well, we're going to preempt, of course. Well, yeah, because that's going to reduce his APs. He'll get 2, and then we'll raid. We'll throw some stuff up in here. All right, let's preempt for 3. From 9 to 6, and I think our hand is forced. I think we have to act. First of all, let's count how many APs he's going to get. He is going to get 2 from the card. He gets +1. He's got 2 here. 2 from the card is 4. +1 is 5. 6 and 7. Okay, 6 and 7, which could then be minus if we go raiding. So 6 and 7. I don't want to, you know, see him with the Comanche. Well, the Comanche's going to happen. I don't care about that. The colonize, I don't think there's any way we can avoid that. Let's just think about this. If he were to go first, actually, if he were to go, because if we go raiding, our Oh boy. We have no die rolls in the hole. Anything we do rating-wise is going to affect our ability to avoid the Comanche. If we don't preempt, he's going to get 4. 2 is 6 up there. 6. And then, am I doing this right? 4 plus 2. Plus 2 is 8, plus his bonus 1 is 9. He would get 9 AP. And he would do a Comanche raid. He would do a colonize. And he would subvert us. And we would lose some culture, which I think at this point in the game, we don't care about. I mean, I always have to read subvert. Okay, if less than 3 cubes in the subjugation of New Mexico box, there are, then conduct the subjugate instead. And then if we go raiding and step in front of him and put cubes in the raided box, well, it doesn't matter. It's just if less than 3, he's going to subjugate with that subvert. He will do a Comanche raid. He will colonize. And the colonize is an expand, isn't it? Colonize. If no cubes in raided, treat as expand. If no outpost, treat as build. Wow, I love this game. This is the kind of deep stuff you got to consider. So, here's our options again, okay? That's going to happen. Colonize, if there are no cubes in the raided cubes box, then treat that as an expand. If we go raiding, and we put some cubes in the raided cubes box, then all that colonize is going to do, well, not all, it will build. It will build. No, if no cubes in raided, treat as expand, right. So it could, if we don't step in front, it's going to expand to here. We're going to lose a culture, and it's going to take it even longer to kill. So sorry for all that, but yes, we are going to step in front, and God bless us all. We are going to, we can only activate 3 families. Let's not forget that. And we're going to have to, wow, this, oh! We took a passage of time at some point, and I keep forgetting to reset our cunning, right? I keep forgetting to reset this. I can go back and double check on the video, but we took a passage of time when we put F into play, right? So when we did that, I forgot to reset that guy. So we might actually want to skip that Comanche raid, because if one of our families gets unlucky and gets caught, they might get removed from the map, which would not be good. All right, yes. Okay. Sorry for all that, but that is, that's the fun of the game. D is going to go, it costs, does D have a horse? Yes, D goes in there for 1, plus 1 is 2. D attacks for a brown and a, oh wait a minute, I think, I'm really sorry. A brown is 1 hit. It's 1 hit to destroy. So the first brown pushes him back. He goes up to max ferocity. I don't know what's going to happen during Alright, so let me put the white back in the bag. Oh no, we're going to get rid of the Comanche raid. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Well, I put the white back. Now I got to redraw. So, 1, 2, 3 to attack. 4, 5, 6 to attack. There's the white, and there's the brown. Okay. Okay, I had to go back and watch the end of the video there and getting Lost Man Thoughts to double check. So it does look like I went 1, 2, 3 to attack, 4, 5, 6 to attack. And we successfully killed him. Family D is a noted ferocious family. Our culture goes up by 1. That is one of our 3 moves. So let's stop and count his APs. Since we preempted, he gets 2, right? He gets 2 from us. 2 from the red cubes is 4. He's got 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. We make him skip Comanche, and he will do a colonize and a subvert, and I think we can live with that. So I think we are going to just... corn costs the value of the family. Boy, I'm rusty. Family's value plus, yeah, all right, so, I don't know, he'll plant some corn and he'll plant some corn. Does it matter? I don't think so. All right, that is our turn. Let's, what am I doing? Okay, so we already did the math. 2, 4, 6, 7 minus 3 is 4. I set him to 4 APs. We have cunning in the hole over there. And we got to roll to see who switches. A 2 and a 6. 2 flips from colonize to oots. Well, that's interesting. And 6. So there won't even be a colonize. And... you'll have to forgive me. I've got to go double check. Colonize. Treat as expand. If no outpost, treat as a build. Well, what is worse, Conan? Do we risk an Oots raid, which could remove a family from the map, or could be no effect? Although family 1's not looking too, or family D is not looking too good, are they? -1. Do we risk? Because we can flip this, is what I'm considering, right? It costs 2 to flip, cancel the flipping. So a colonize is a guaranteed build. But if we lost family D, that'd be 4 points. I think we should cancel that rather than risk the Oots raid. I'm going to remind myself, our last event does not build anything, okay? Our last event, last event, Mexican Independence, we have to do a passage of time. Do we now? We do a passage of time, so any family, well, any family that got removed would only go back to here. That wouldn't do us any good. Then we have to do a 14 VP victory check. And if a family got removed, that could be deadly. That could be deadly. So I think we aren't going to let the Oots mess with us. We're going to keep a colonize. It's a guaranteed -1 versus a possible -4. All right. So we rolled for the enemy instruction. Comanche is not going to happen because we are a cunning people, and we're going to tap our cunning, I think for only the 2nd time this game. I think I've been forgetting to reset it during passage of time. But anyway, it is available to us now. So Comanche doesn't happen. For 4 APs, 3 of them go into a colonize, which turns into a build in area 1, and 1 turns into a subvert. You're gonna laugh at me, but I gotta read this one. Subvert will not stick in my brain. Conduct a subjugate, because there's less than 3 red cubes in the subjugation of New Mexico box. And he pulls a brown, which goes over there. No effect. Actually, that was really lucky, because if he had pulled a red, it would have been +1 enemy morale. I forgot about that. Wow. What was in the bag? Yeah, Pretty low odds. Pretty full bag, pretty low odds on him grabbing that red. All right, still, that's pretty awesome. And that, my friends, is his turn, am I right? Oh, although we have to do this, which is draw a cube. Ah, crap. Just after I go boasting about not pulling the red. Black, woo! That was scary. All right, that doesn't go there. Not that it matters. All right, no, place it into the rated cubes box. Yeah, place it into the rated cubes box. Roll to see who recovers from drought. Well, that could be helpful during passage of time. 4, come on, 4. All right, excellent. That gives us a bite of food. All right, and Mexico becomes independent from the Spanish. So, per the rules, you go in and you conduct what's in 6.2.1, but in case you are not familiar, you will do 6.2.1 just down to here. And then if the player is playing Los Duenos del Mundo, that's us, the scenario ends at this point. So you don't do, you won't do the rest of these. All right. Conduct a passage of time operation. Okay. Alrighty, I will. We shall just fill these in, I think. You know what? This is a time where I wouldn't mind if some of our elders died. Because there's less people to feed, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we did the children. I mean, we did... Wait a minute, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Come on. Okay, I'm sorry. Becomes a woman, and then this man becomes an elder. Okay. Adjust culture points. Well, we still have... one hole here, and then we've got one hole down there. I'm sorry, I'm going to adjust the camera. There we go. And one hole down here. So we lose 2, but we added 1, so we lose a culture. All right. Return animals. It doesn't really matter. Thank you, horses. Thanks for playing. Right, breeding. So we're going to get another sheep, which is just going to help us feed. Feed population. All right. A is 3 minus 2 is only 1. B is another 3 is 4. C is 2 is 6. D is 3 is 9. E is 2 is 11. F is, hey, 3 is 14. Could have sworn there were a bunch of droughts there. All right, so 14 from the land. And we've got to feed 3, 6, 9, 12, and 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have, what, 14 from the land, 14 and 7. Get some corn in our diet is 21. 14 and 7 is 21, so we are fed. Feed animals. Yeah, we've got no problem feeding our pairs of animals up there. Make an elder death check. Oh, I guess we had to feed our elders before they die anyway. But I think at this point it doesn't matter too hard. All right, our 2 1-5s. 1 and a 4. So yeah, they go bye-bye. Mr. 1-2. He dies too. Wow. They wanted to hit the showers early, apparently. Okay, elder death check, land recovery, return all corn. If card, okay, I'm going to skip land recovery and return all corn because it's the end of the game. It doesn't matter. This is what matters. This step right here. If less than 3 cubes in the enemy subjugation of New Mexico box, -1 enemy morale. Woohoo! I forgot that. I forgot that we get a free passage of time with this last one. Okay, and reset cubes. Again, I'm not going to bother. Now we conduct a victory check using 14. I'll bring you over here. Sorry. Get that out of my way. Here we go, 14, and we are still at max 15. We have all 6 of our families on the board in all the areas at 15. So +1, okay, because any kind of positive is +1. Subtract enemy morale. Oh, we are going to kill them, aren't we? So we go down from 9 to 6. He goes to 3. Then increase by the number of mankind. We only go up by 1. He only goes up by 1. Increase by number of outposts. He only goes up by 1. Increase culture. We'll go to 9. That's the max. Set APs to 0. Return all cubes. Remove 1/2 of population counters. Well, that was nice of them to give us that passage of time. Wasn't it? Oh, we could have... I skipped over the passage on harvest corn. We could have harvested. Let's harvest them. What the heck? A 0 and a 3. So we could have harvested those as well. And that, my friends, I believe, after some initial rules wonkiness, I believe that's. Oh, it's got an asterisk all over this play, but for what it's worth, a major victory. Since we only went down to 6, and we only up by 1, he only went up by 1, and then he only went up by another one because he only had 1 outpost on the map, and I believe we just achieved a major victory for Los Duenos del Mundo.